want to give one more shout out as we start the fourth quarter. Arizona fans watching this broadcast, as well as UC San Diego fans, know of Steve Quiss, who broadcasts games here at UC San Diego. Helped me out with some of the notes for the Arizona women's basketball squad. Did the first 2 exhibitions for them out there in Tucson. What's up, Steve? Make that Skylar Jones misses the layup. Sugapong fouled hard there by Jones, and Jones is done. That's her 5th foul. Played 17 minutes, scored 4 points on 1 of 5. One of the notes Steve gave me on her was that she was an all Pac-12 freshman from a season ago. Oh, I was mistaken. She's still out there, so just 4 fouls. Blithcote gets the screen from Spriggs. Passes out of the double team. Montgomery for 3. It's pure.
That's a great read by the Tritons.
Montgomery leads all Triton scorers with 10, but look at that. Skylar Jones on the other end as the Tritons failed to get back.
Well, what's really working for the Tritons is if they set a ball screen, usually both defenders will stay on the ball handler, which leaves whoever is rolling to the basket pretty open. So if they can make that pass, it's good news.
Sugapong left alone and lays it up. Blithcote's got such great court vision. Threw her a nice pass under the bucket. Jones briefly double teamed. Now with the left-hand dribble to Ja for 3. Polacek with the rebound. What do you think of the freshman Polacek?
She's doing a great job so far, and she's really not playing like a freshman. She's confident, she's strong, and she's making an impact out there.
Skylar Jones gets the easy basket after the steal. Yeah, I agree. She plays like she's been at this level for a year or 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blithcote gets the screen from Spriggs. This time takes it herself. Too strong. Nezovic trying to take this one coast to coast. Has it stripped by Montgomery, and looks like Montgomery might have gotten a Charlie horse there from the knee of Nezovic. Sabrina Ma back into the game.
Oh, yeah, right there. She got a kick to the thigh.
Yeah, she'll feel that one for the next week or so. Good to see Swan back into the game for Arizona. Nezovic, kick back out to Ja. Rolf on the drive. No call on that extended arm, pushing off on Ma. She gets the bucket. 58-36, make it now 60-36. Blithcote, right-hand dribble, and a foul on the drive called on Lauren Swan.
And that's the fine line between aggressive ball pressure and then reaching in there and fouling or putting your hand on the body.
Here's the last basket by Rolf.
Yeah, it looks like it could have been a push-off there, but hard to tell. Could go either way.
Blithcote against Swan. Drives the baseline, kick it to the corner, swing it to Polacek for 3, in and out.
That's a great find. Found that one more after the rotation. That's a good shot. We'll live with that.
I'm going to predict that Heidi Vanderveer after this game won't be happy with the loss, but I think she's going to be pleased with a lot of things they've done here in this game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ma puts it up no, and that is out of bounds off of Spriggs. The ball movement has been really good. The defense has been consistent.
Yeah, the defense really has been. Tritons are staying matched up well, and they're just a little bit undersized inside, forcing the rotation, and that's how Arizona's able to get some of their open shots. But I think that's what the Tritons' game plan likely was.
That pass went over the hands of Polacek, and then a foul is called on the trap. They're going to get Polacek for the foul, coming over to trap. Too much body there. And look, you know, we talk about the Tritons being eligible for the postseason for the first time, and each of the first 4 years in D1, they were in the top 8, which would have qualified for the Big West tournament. But if you're going to get to the NCAA tournament, this is the type of team you're going to face, and even better teams than this as you go deeper.
Exactly.
Montgomery tries the 3. It's short.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for the Tritons to play against a high-level team early on and just get that experience, feel that pace.
Sabrina Ma taking the charge there. Yeah, you get a feel for the physicality, for the pacing, even the pressure.
And this is our 3rd Triton of the day to take a charge.
Love it. Willing to stand in there and take one for the team. We're going to be back with you on Thursday morning. It's an 11 a.m. tip-off on Thursday against a team out of the West Coast Conference, St. Mary's. Looking forward to that one. That's the one where the kids come out on the field trip and pack Lion Tree Arena.
Oh, that is the loudest game of the season, I'll tell you that.
That's an understatement. Yeah, absolutely.
It's fun, though. They bring good energy, good juice. They cheer for everything,
Everything.
good and bad.
They do, and then they get autographs after the game as Ma takes a 3 from the corner and hits it. That's her first basket. 5:45 to go, all Arizona, 60-39. If you want to just compare it to what happened a year ago, the Tritons playing so much better than a year ago on the road against Arizona, which was an 81-38 loss.
That's a great find there in the corner on that replay. Draws the defense and is able to make that kick.
Yeah, Tritons showing their experience with sharing the basketball well. Montgomery gets it into Blithcote.
It's good to see the Tritons hanging in there against a team like this too. Like they're down 20 points, but they're still working hard. They're still playing fundamental. They're really still, you know, playing until the end, which I love to see.
Spriggs drives the lane, puts it up, count it. If it goes, it does, and 1. Always have been a fan of Kiana Spriggs' game. 3 years at CSUN for Spriggs. As a freshman, she was an all Big West freshman. All Big West honorable mention a season ago for the Matadors. Spriggs with this basket would get into double figures. And she's got 10. Tied with Parker Montgomery for the team lead. Got it down to 18. Here's Rolfe, quickly to the hoop, into the corner. Paris got Montgomery in the air and misses the jump shot. Tritons with a chance to cut further into it. Montgomery drives and lays it in. 16-point game.
The Tritons still pushing that pace offensively, and in transition, if they have numbers, that'll convert to easy buckets for them.
Got it down to 11 before halftime. They've gotten this one down to 16. And the veterans stepping up. It was Kiana Spriggs with the and one, and then Parker Montgomery on the dribble drive, finishing off this fast break, 60-44. Tritons have cut it down to a 16-point deficit thanks to an 8-0 run, and it took them just a minute 3 to do so. But now Brea Cunningham back into the game, as is Montea Dew. They have both given the Tritons trouble on the defensive end.
But like we said, the Tritons have not given up here.
Fast break. Montgomery lays it up and in. The run continues. It's a 10-0 run for the Tritons, cutting it to 60-46. Ja hands off to Paris. Skip to Swan, didn't take the 3.
The Tritons are liking that 2-3 zone they have here.
Cunningham down low, bank shot, no. Polachek pulls down the rebound. Nikki Polachek now with 3 rebounds off the bench. Blithicoat, watch out for that long arm of Montoya. And a tie-up will stay with the Tritons.
Jump ball, earning possession goes to UC San Diego.
Blithcoat between the circles. It's Spriggs, Polachek, Montgomery, and Ma joining her on the floor. Spriggs taking Cunningham off the dribble, got around her, and she's fouled.
A nice aggressive drive by Spriggs.
I think Cunningham was surprised by that. Got caught on her heels there and committed the foul.
I like seeing this aggression from the Tritons. They're attacking the basket hard. They're looking to get steals on defense, and they have not given up, which is great to see.
Love to see that. Kiana Spriggs, who's 4 of 5 from the line. She's got 10 points. How about Parker Montgomery coming off the bench? She's played 31 minutes and has scored 14 points, has 4 rebounds and 2 assists. As you see the foul on Cunningham there.
Yeah, Montgomery's having a good game today, kind of getting the Tritons that juice that they need defensively and translating to points offensively.
And she has helped soften the blow of the loss of Janae Mahan. If you missed it in the first quarter, hit the floor hard and has been ruled out for the rest of this game. Paris brings it between the circles. Arizona going to try and use some clock now with that 13-point lead. Tritons on an 11-0 run. Sticking to that zone defense. Ja gets in the middle of it to Cunningham, who breaks it up. Cunningham now with 14 to go with 9 rebounds. Under 3 to play. Lazy pass there from Blithcoat, and it's going to cost her. Cunningham with a 4-0 run of her own. Timeout called by Heidi Vandeveer. So this stopped the 11-0 run on the pass from Ja, and then just the steal and the coast-to-coast. Cunningham showing her skill set there.
Yeah, I mean, she's our Wildcat player of the game to watch for a reason. You see it right there.
7 of 11 from the field is Cunningham for 16 points. She's made both of her free throws, 9 rebounds. And when you're scoring nearly a point a minute, that's really good. 16 points in just 17 minutes of play.
Her teammates are doing a good job at finding her down low, too. She's able to get position, and her teammates are able to find her.
As we mentioned, a lot of Wildcat fans out here. Cunningham's family. Here they had an oversized big head of her a minute ago that we were showing.
Those are always fun.
There it is.
Nice.
So 64-47. UC San Diego made a nice little run to cut it down to 13. And then Cunningham said, that's enough of that. .248 to go. Triton basketball.
Arizona staying in their full court press, which we usually don't see in the fourth quarter. Especially for a team that's up.
Get a turnover on their own end there. Sabrina Ma helps break the press.
That's one thing. The Tritons have a lot of ball handlers that can break the press, which has been helping them out here. It's not just one person that, they're relying on to bring it up.
Ma, the San Jose State transfer, drives the lane, and her bank shot, no. Polachek puts it up, no. 2 good looks. Paris hooking Ma's arm. Ma didn't take too kindly to that.
Yeah, it looks like Ma just got stuck there. tried to detangle herself, and Paris wouldn't let her.
Would not let her, that's right. Anytime you have a player like that, if you're rooting for that team, you love that player. And if you're rooting against that team, you can't stand them, right?
Right.
Ma just said, whatever. 2:10 to go. Paris with it on the wing, skip to Jones. Three-pointer by Swan. No good. Ma gets the long rebound ahead to Montgomery. Montgomery 1-on-2 and lost it out of bounds.
I like them pushing the pace, though.
Me too.
Even if it ends in an occasional turnover, I love that fast pace they're playing with. Get the ball up the court early, use the numbers advantage.
Unforced error on Arizona. That'll give something for Adia Barnes to talk to her team about. Their 22nd turnover of the game. They've combined these two teams for 46 turnovers.
Yeah, it's a surprising number of turnovers.
Into Blithcote, under 2 to play. Blithcote does it herself this time. On the runner, scores. Cunningham did not even make an effort to put her hands up. 64-49. Swan skipped to Paris, back to Swan. Inside to Cunningham, Ma was all over it, but committed the foul.
That's all right there. We'd rather have a foul on the ground than on the shot and giving her free throws.
Now, you mentioned this early in speaking specifically about Montgomery, the help defense, but I would go on to say the help defense just team-wide has been excellent for the Tritons.
I think so too. They're doing a good job at not even having that first player rotate, but then having the second player rotate to help the first player who rotated. They're really on the same page there, and everyone's working together to stop the bleeding.
That was the 5th foul on Ma, so she will go to the bench. Rosa Smith checks back in for UC San Diego. Foul called on Blithcote. She was fighting for space with Lauren Swan.
Second person. Lauren Swan, 2 shots.
And that'll send Swan to the line. Both teams in the bonus now. Tritons have certainly given themselves something to build on in this game. It's not going to result in a chance to win this one, but it is going to result in some things that Heidi Vandeveer and her staff can point to as Kiana Spriggs gets hit hard out of bounds. And if they can keep up that defensive intensity throughout the season, it's going to win them more games than it loses them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the good things about playing a high-intensity team like this early on is you feel that pressure and you know how to respond to it. It doesn't hit you halfway through the season or it's your first time experiencing it. They've been here, they've been able to do it, they've been able to compete, so hopefully they can build that confidence and take it forward.
And I think you can take something as well from the improvement from a year ago. We mentioned 12 players back, so a lot of these players played them at the McHale Center, where they were limited to just 31 points. And, to come back, they've got 49 here. They've given Arizona a run for their money, cut it to 11 at halftime. Had to weather that storm in the third quarter where they were outscored 23-11, but they've outscored the Wildcats here in the fourth quarter as well, 18-11.
Yeah, that speaks to building on some team chemistry too. When you have a team that's comprised mostly of returners, they've had a year under their belt to play with each other, get used to each other's playing styles, and be on the same page. That helps when you don't have as many newcomers.
You see Heidi coaching them through this last minute 19. Coach Vandeveer with 233 wins in her career. By the time they were on their way to Division I, they were a D2 powerhouse in the CCAA, looking to build back up to that status in the Big West.
Well, with the opportunity for postseason play now, Tritons will get the chance to try to prove that.
Yeah, and you wonder, too, early on in recruiting if that's a factor. If a player's thinking about that, you know, I want to have a chance to play in the NCAA tournament and go into a team where they didn't have the opportunity to before.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that does make a difference with that transition period. A lot of players won't want to play for a school that they know they won't have the opportunity to play in that postseason tournament. So hopefully this helps with Triton recruiting coming up.
And I hope moving forward in the future that that's something that the NCAA looks at a little closer. It's sort of an archaic rule that deserves review.
I hope so too.
You've seen other teams go into Division I and have success right away.
Yeah, I mean, if a team is moving to Division I, it's because they're able to, right? They've proven they can do well at the D2 level, and they're ready to move to D1. So hopefully that's something that, yeah, they take into consideration. I mean, it's good to have these rules in place for postseason and, you know, prevent teams from flip-flopping so soon, but it does hurt the recruiting, and it hopefully we can make those changes going forward.
Okay, so they were reviewing the last foul for an intentional foul. It has been upgraded to a flagrant, so Rosa Smith will get to shoot the free throw, and the Tritons will get possession at half court. And thanks to Tyler Trimble for coming over, the head official, and explaining that to us. That was the reason for the long delay. Rosa Smith, an excellent free throw shooter, has made all 4 of her free throws this season. Here's another look at that foul.
Oh, yeah. Two-hand push right there. There's been a lot of contact in these last few minutes of this game.
Tritons have cut this down. Don't look now. To 14 points. Spriggs top of the circle. Layup shot no good against Jaren Ross. Steal by Blithcote.
Great
Can she
anticipation.
get it there? No. Foul on Rolfe. And Blithcote got hit hard as well. Foul comes on Mylene Rolfe.
Great anticipation for the steal there. But yeah, Wildcats coming in hot there.
And if you're going to foul on that shot, that's how to do it.
Yeah.
You have to make sure they don't make it. Tritons with a 20-point fourth quarter here. Blithcote at the line. She's got 6 points to go with 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Always a solid player for the Tritons. And still just a sophomore. (65-52) at this point. Your goal is to try and get this thing down to single digits before it's over. Makes them both. 12-point deficit.
You know, being down 20 in the fourth quarter, it'd be so easy to just give up. But the Tritons have not done that today. And it's really impressive to see.
Rolfe around this screen by Ross. In the corner to Swan. Step back 3. No good. Polacek is fouled. That should be free throw time. The foul called on Aaron Tack.
And another big rebound for her. She's doing a great job being aggressive and getting those boards.
How about Aaron Tack? So she's a junior. She comes out of Kelso, Washington, but came out of high school as the top-ranked javelin thrower in the state of Washington. So don't let her get a ball on the fast break. She's probably got pinpoint accuracy. Polacek makes the free throw. Misses the second. Back down to 11 where we were at the half. Tack gives it up to Paris. Paris shot no good. Montgomery with the rebound. Chance to cut it to single digits. Montgomery waited for their offense to get set. Also knew there was contact coming from behind. Blithcote behind the back. Sets up the open 3 for Smith. It's short. And that's going to do it. Tritons fall to Arizona 65-54. Certainly some things to build on moving into Thursday's game against St. Mary's, but the Wildcats improved to 2-0 against UC San Diego all time.
Yeah, I mean, it was a well-fought game on both sides. Despite UC San Diego being a little bit undersized, they were able to limit the points in the paint by switching their defensive style halfway through the game. And like I said, they fought hard to the end, and this will be a good experience for them to have under their belt. They've played a good team. They played well against a good team, and hopefully that'll build some confidence.
Parker Montgomery led the Tritons with 14 points, leading scorer for Arizona.